Is your wedding day coming up? Well, we have 4 tips for you to make that special day peaceful. Stay tuned. Hi guys, it's Damien.
And I'm Kenady, and we are so glad that you came to join us today. Now, if this is your first time, we just love to give tips and advice to help you cultivate healthy relationships from A to Z. So, today we're continuing our series. Last week we talked about wedding planning, and today we're talking about the wedding day. So 4 tips that we learned throughout our special day. But before we get into that, Damien, what was your favorite part of our wedding day?
My favorite part of the wedding day was probably you walking down the aisle. I think that was special because we was kind of late. We will get to that soon, but just seeing how beautiful you were, and you did something special for me. You wore the veil because I wanted you to wear a veil, and you know, she was about to start crying a little bit, like shaking a little bit.
It was just too much. I was like, what are these people looking at me?
But it was that. I think just seeing you and your dad walk down the aisle was a great moment. What about you?
For me, probably our first dance.
Okay.
Just as husband and wife, and how one of my favorite songs, This Love, I just always envisioned dancing with my husband for the first time. And so that was very special. And then we switched it up with What Did I Do to Deserve You? What's it called? I don't know. But a Victory Road music song. And how
Question is?
Yeah, the question is.
Yeah.
Let's see, you can answer my questions. But anyways, just how we were able to, just enjoy the time together and just really embrace that we are husband and wife.
Yeah, it was a great wedding. I guess we're going to show them later, maybe the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll show you guys later. But let's get into today's topic. And today we're talking about the wedding day. And we want to, and if you're planning a wedding right now, we want that day to be peaceful for you. And so we're going to give you some tips to help that process go more smoothly. So number 1 is be flexible. Be very, very flexible, because not everything is going to be or happen the way you put it on paper. And one of the things that happened in our wedding was the sound system wasn't working. And so our DJ was so amazing. He went and got the reception equipment and came over and fixed that for us. What else happened at our wedding that we had to be flexible?
Well, like we mentioned in our last video, we were a little late. It took me a little longer to get ready than expected. But we were able to kind of move some things around. Like, for instance, when we were taking our photos, we only took it for half the amount of time. We returned back so we can get the reception started, people eating, and then we snuck out and finished the rest of our photos. So we just had to be flexible to kind of catch up on time. And I know this was probably the hardest area for you, because you like things to T. You were just on it. And, me being, just go with the flow. I was like, oh, we're a little late. Oh, well. But I knew he was dying inside. I was like, Lord, keep him. Give him peace. Let him not lose his mind. But I think, just being realistic, yes, most times weddings start late. Not intentional, but just, going with the flow. Things happen. Things don't work. Somebody might be a little late due to traffic or something. So you're just working around, doing the best you can, and staying calm.
Stay calm. This goes into our next point: let go and let God.
Let it go. Let it go.
It was very, very stressful around 3:00 when I received the notice that Kenady was not ready.
I was still in my robe, and I was supposed to be taking pictures at that time.
And so my guys, huddled around me and was like, Damien, you need to breathe. And that's one of the biggest points here, is that you have the right to have the right people in your life, and those people in the wedding party who are going to speak positive and not negative things. So having people who are servants, having people who say, look, I know time is in a crunch. What can I do? How can I serve you? And that's the type of people I had on my side, and I know Kenady had on her side.
So for me, I woke up on our wedding day, and I said, Lord, I give today to you. I knew we had our plans. We did the best we could in planning to make it smooth, but I didn't want to be anxious. I didn't want to be stressed out when looking at the time. Oh my goodness. I was like, you know what, Lord, it's gonna all work out. This is your day that we're glorifying you, and that we get to part of that covenant that you are joining in with us, becoming one. So I just let it go, and most people said I was the most stress-free bride ever until 3 o'clock came. I was like, oh Lord. But I was, just had to really just release it and let God have it, because the enemy wants us to be anxious and stressed out and, not even enjoying this special moment. So just making that mental, even if you have to do it constantly, just saying, I'm letting go, Lord, I release it to you. I have people who are in my corner and making sure this day goes as smoothly as possible. But just letting it go and let God, and things are going to happen. Don't let it stress you out or ruin your big day.
Which leads us to our point number 3 is to eat. We probably needed more snacks in the process of moving to place to place. So having somebody who is in charge of that is a great tip for you. Somebody who is bringing snaps to each location, bringing enough water so people won't be dehydrated. We did have a groomsman get sick after the wedding, but making sure that everybody is hydrated and well fed is one of the things that we encourage you to do to make that day more peaceful.
Yeah, and we had the cocktail hour, we had the wedding food, but we forgot about that.
Yeah.
And also especially for the bride and groom, you're really not going to have time to eat. We took a couple bites of our wedding food because we were just, taking pictures here, going back to finishing our pictures, people coming to greet us, just celebrating with us. So just making sure you get some snacks in throughout so you're not passing out and famished on your big day. So what's our last one?
The last point is
enjoy the moment. Be in the moment. It went by so fast. But try and capture every moment, to waking up, to reading my gift and note that you gave me, to just enjoying the bridal party who's with you and praying with you, and the family that are coming that you might not have seen a couple weeks, months, or even years, just to come celebrate you, and just enjoying capturing those special moments, being in the moment. And that's so important while you're not stressed and worried about everything, all the details. Let it go and enjoy, soak it up. Remember those memories that you'll be able to cherish for the rest of your life.
And for me, this started early. I wanted to enjoy it because I remember Kenady telling me this a couple days before. She said, Damien, I know you want this plan, but just enjoy it. But around 4:30, this is when I was like, I'm just going to take that second point of let go, let God, and just enjoy the rest of the day, and just waiting for my bride to come down that aisle. So that's what I did. I said, man, I'm going to give this, but I'm going to enjoy it. And we had fun.
Yeah.
We danced. We had great music, taking pictures. Everything was just fun. So just enjoy that moment, that you're coming together, and it's not a contract. It's a covenant that you, your spouse, and God are coming together as one to make this new covenant in the earth.
Yeah, so that was great. We are so glad to just share what we learned, and we pray for you on your big day that you will be stress-free, peaceful, letting go, letting God, and just soaking in every special moment, because it goes by so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, that was like, whew, it went from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But again, if you haven't checked out our last video, wedding planning, check that out. We have one more coming up to complete the series. What are we talking about next week?
Next week, we're going to talk about
the life after marriage. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't checked out our honeymoon highlights, that was a couple weeks ago, where we just show you what we did in Cabo and released a big announcement. Can we release it now, or should they wait one more week?
One more week.
Check it out. We're so thankful to have you here. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to comment or hit us up. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We really want to get this message out to as many as possible.
So my name is Damien Nash.
And I'm Mrs. Kenady Nash.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.